Right, the first point I'd like to make is that numerical equality is not the same as the concept of equality itself. I'm fully in agreement with the idea that men and women and boys and girls should have equal opportunities, but that's not the case. And that's not what feminists believe in, because they are consummate liars. And the first example I think I'll give you, and I'm going to try and keep this under 5 minutes, is here in Wales, when we first had the Welsh Assembly. After a few years, there was a vote, and there are 60 members of the Welsh Assembly, and 30 of them ended up as men, 30 of them ended up as women. And one of the women, when asked in a TV interview, does this mean that women now have equality, said, well, it's a start, but we still have a long way to go. And it's the same everywhere. You look in universities, in so much of the places in the Western world, you have 60% of female students, 40% male. I mean, granted, most of the female students are doing Mickey Mouse degrees, but it's not the point. The feminists then turn around and say, oh, we must redress the imbalance, which is one of their favourite nonsense phrases, one of their favourite lies. They couldn't care less. Why don't they just admit that they hate men's guts? Why don't they just admit that they're supremacists based on the genitals between their legs? I think next I'll deal with the FTSE, the FTSE index, the biggest 100 companies in Britain that have their executives, their CEOs, managing directors, call them what you wish. This is a constant complaint from lying feminazis, and that is about, well, it's not so much a lie, but they complain that there are only 6 or 7 women who control these top 100 companies, and they complain about that incessantly. I couldn't care less if every single one of those companies was run by a woman, providing she got there on merit and made money for the company, the shareholders, and the country. I couldn't care less if they're all women or all men. I don't care if they're lampposts, if they want to identify as such, or a duck-billed platypus. I'm not interested. I don't care. And the overwhelming majority of people don't care. And yet the vicious, evil, twisted, sick mainstream media keep trying to peddle this nonsense that women are being held back. That must be so because of 50-50, the numerical equality thing. Women must be being held back by the patriarchy. The patriarchy, as far as I can determine, in parliamentary circumstances, bullies men, treats men like dirt, and does whatever feminists say. And the mainstream media that peddle this filth should be ashamed of themselves, because it's now, but unfortunately now they're controlled by man-hating women, so they couldn't care less. Thank you.